Scott Pimmel's Home Shop Live Edition. I'm Scott.
And I'm Kira.
Alright, today we got some viewer gifts that come in, some lawnmower repairs that we have to do, and just a general whole bunch of stuff.
So while you're starting them on this...
Well, I got a few things that I'd like to say. I've gotten a few emails from people that wish their identity to be respected and kept private. And I respect that. So, if you send either myself or my daughter something, and you don't want your name used, then, or your location or anything like that, just simply put a note in there. Or in the email, I'd rather, you just use this name or not mention my name, or rather just keep it anonymous. I'm all for that, because I have a lot going on right here and I can't remember, oh, this person doesn't do it. So that's all I want to say. Oh, and don't forget to go check out our t-shirts and see if we can't generate a little money for the shop and for this child right here.
And the website is?
It's www.tblaster.com/TiraNScott. That's tblaster.com/TeraNScott. Alright. Now.
Yeah, so while you're getting started on that, I'm going to get the viewer gift opening.
You going to be able to get it all in here?
Should be able to get it on.
Alright. Well, I'm just going to pull this up and see if I can find out why this tire's leaking. It was the right front tire, right?
Let me spray my shirt. Where's the spray?
Yeah. This one's already going back now. Alright.
Hello, the one person.
Huh?
I was saying hello to the one person who's watching.
Hello, one person. We say that. We say hello to the one person that's watching, because if you've ever done YouTube Live, it just has a little picture up there, a little icon of a person or a head, and it either has 1, 2, 3, or 4, or however many's watching. And so that's why we say that. There's a few things that I would like to point out that is simply just going to, the light's already on. Things I'd like to point out to some people that might be watching this. I just had an idea. And my idea is, keep all the wet grass, keep all the grass off of your deck. Keep all the grass off of your deck and out in front of your mower. Because it builds up on there, and I've seen a lot of people just cut, and keep on cutting, and leave the grass built up under there. And I've yet to see a lawnmower do it, but I have seen hay baling equipment catch on fire and burn to the ground because the operator didn't keep the grass cleaned out of the little corners and everything, and it'll just get in there and get to roaring. The bale catches on fire, then the belts catch on fire. And so anyway, what I do to every lawnmower, brand new or used, and I try to do it on a brand new one right away, is I pull off the rear wheels. Very few, my zero turn over here actually bolts on like a car or truck, but these are those same ones that slide on with a big long key and the shaft with a key slot milled in it, and they'll rust. They'll rust up, and you will beat the rim around crooked trying to get it off with a sledgehammer or any type of gear puller. You'll just fold it over. So my suggestion is a few little tips that it just popped in my head, and I better say it before it pops out. Wheels, pull them off, and at the very least, I got a crick in my neck while I'm leaning over. At the very least, put grease a thin coating of grease on the axle. But I use Never Seize or Anti-Seize. I think it's a trade name. One of them's Anti-Seize and one of them's Never Seize. And I put it on there, and then anytime I have to take the wheel off to do a flat repair or something like that, the wheel just slides right off. I tell you something else. Anytime you have to take a bolt out of the aluminum deck housing, out of the aluminum blade towers, if you have to take a bolt out of them for any reason, to remove a guard, fix a bent guard, put Never Seize on it. Because you don't know trouble until you let a bolt corrode up in a piece of aluminum and it's got a cheap Chinese made steel head on it, or Chinese steel, and it just comes all apart. You twist it off trying to get it out, and you'll twist it and you'll look at it and it'll be pretty gray from one side to the other, meaning that it wasn't broke, that you literally twisted it in half trying to get it out. So if you ever put a new one on, I don't say go and pull out all the bolts out of your mower and Never Seize them. But if you pull them out, get your little tube of Anti-Seize or a stick of Anti-Seize or whatever, put on the threads. But the lawnmower blades, I Never Seize all the time. And the little adapters that go up on the spline shaft, we Never Seize those as well. So that's, oh, Cherry's out there getting her stuff. So that's my thing. You can pull anything off because they sit out in the rain, they sit out in the moisture and stuff, and they get clogged up full of dust and grit and grime. I got two rims in here right now that the center is like this and the rim is sitting like this because they wouldn't come off. We about tore the gearbox up, and we tried pullers. We tried putting blocks behind it and all thread rod and pulling on it, flat all the way around the back of the rim. We tried heating it up and flooding it with oil, letting the oil run down in there and then tapping it back and forth. It never would come off. We finally wound up, we did finally get it off, but we finally got it off by beating it off with a sledgehammer. Hammer and chisel mechanic, call it what you will. But after a certain point that I know that it's not going to come off with a professional puller, professional means, at that point it's a Hail Mary pass.
We got two people watching and one thumbs
Alright,
up.
so I need the air gun, the blow nozzle. Move that black thing right there so you don't have to keep stepping over it. There you go. I think this is a tube. And so if it's a tube, then it's leaking. There we go. I don't know why it's leaking like this. Where's that,
I got a light for you.
Alright. Oh, I don't need a light. I can hear it. Alright, what I do need is I need a grease rag.
Yes, sir. This is all greasy and nothing.
One that's greasy. Oh, just one that I can get caked up grease on, that's what I mean. Alright, have me the one you handed me. And the degreaser spray.
And the degreaser spray.
I'll go ahead and clean this wheel while I got it up in the air. I need a pair of needle nose, please.
Okay.
Why? And then you need to go back to setting up what you're setting up. There we go.
What about this? Medium bent. Or no bent
Hold on a
ones.
minute. Oh yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
No, I don't need them bent. I'm just trying to get the. I gotta take the wheel off. I gotta take the tube out and see if we can't fix the tube. Now, all those tire plugs work, but after so many times of doing it, they quit working.
Okay, right there, Daddy.
Hold on. All right, go ahead. Hand it here, baby.
There you go. I gotta get back to work. Over here.
Well, you get back to work. Stupid tires. All right, so wait on. That's what we're doing. Dun 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 dun. Ah, come on. Hey, give me a pair of what the? Give me my pair of long needle nose.
You say, hi, Johnny, I get the nap.
Oh man, let me say something here.
The needle nose not working?
No, they're doing the same thing.
What is it?
The jaw. I need you know what?
What?
The jaws are twisting.
Oh, so that's bad. That's very, very,
Ah.
very.
Hammer.
Do you need hammer?
Your little hammer will work.
What hammer? This one.
Can you get to it?
This one.
Either one, brass, sir. Just little hammer. I'm so used to the 6-inch pliers, those little short needle nose, they're stout.
We need to know these drawers.
Alright, we'll have to fix that. And we'll have to change that. Alright. My daughter looked at me the other day and said, "Daddy, why are you wiping your gloves off?" I thought the whole point of wearing gloves is so you didn't have to wipe your hands. I says, "No, the whole point of wearing gloves is so you don't get your hands dirty. The whole point of wiping your gloves off is so you don't get everything else dirty." Let's take this off. Oh, that ain't even wore the paint off yet. All right, cool. All right, excuse me there. I guess I get the workbench. You want to turn the camera around?
Oh, yes, sir.
I'll get the workbench while you do that.
You may bring them.
Set the camera
Yeah, I'm gonna bring the camera closer.
back
Sorry.
over yonder somewhere.
Sorry, we're going for a ride. Sorry for the.
Hey, look here, Terry. You already got the brass, but I can take this and screw this up in the lathe, cut off a little piece and thread it. Not me.
Oh, me? Well, that was his
Yeah,
permit.
let it be on you for a while.
Okay. Well, they're gonna see all the stuff.
Ah! I think we need something besides a soaked up oil soaked box for keeping nuts and bolts in.
Yeah. Well, I guess something private. Okay.
Alright. Just call him Mr. E.
Mr. E. Let me show you
Or
how.
just say a viewer.
A viewer. We're able to eat. Just one.
Alright.
Alright, so just get this ready. We'll show all you to this later. After he gets done, after we get done with that.
No, you can do it now.
Oh, I thought we were doing it together, but okay.
No, that's your stuff, baby. I'm gonna be right here. No. Hey, Larry. No, she's homeschooled. And she's done with school already. And everything? I don't know how many more comments we have. That's probably the first one. I can't know if I can like this comment. Don't worry about it. We can sweep it up. I think Larry's the only one that commented with one thumbs up. So, oh, there we go. Alright. So while you're doing that, I'm going to prepare this to try to fix.
3,100.
I said I would. Why is the gloves down here?
Oh. Okay. This is a big measure. Nice one. Here we go.
Ah.
What?
Larry, let's get you a little bit closer there, Larry.
Oh.
Larry spies a Starrett box. Let's go ahead and just break that out. Slide it on over. Easy does it. Take very good care of it. Inside of this box is precision. Now, I know I told you, and we've argued back and forth about Snap-on and Harbor Freight and other tools. But I didn't say that I wouldn't use them. I just said I couldn't afford to buy them. But my daughter has been sent. Yes. How'd you guess?
How'd you guess?
Here. A Starrett level. Now, I do not want to mess it up. So, people that can't see this, this is a number. I doubt I'm going to get the camera to focus on it. I'll just tell you what it is. It's a number 98 Starrett level.
Okay.
And let's turn the little cover down to protect the thing. There you go.
Okay.
Larry spotted that quick. I'm walking away from the camera so we don't have any.
That's why I said that's why we do it together, because one of us stands behind the camera looking. Viewer.
I'm going to say this, Larry, and I'm probably wrong, but
my chair.
Calibration is it's kind of a misnomer. If you're calibrating in your shop, then you simply you simply find a level surface and you check it with multiple levels, and then you can check and see if that level is way off or whatever. But like, you could calibrate all of your calipers or all of your micrometers to read the same as long as you were building stuff in your shop. But as soon as you try to read off of a set of plans, then that's when calibration to a standard comes into play. There's a screw on one end of it that you loosen up, and you take a tiny wrench and you run a nut up and down, and then you lock them together to get them tight. I think the only way I would attempt to mess with it would be to make sure that the vial holder was parallel to the base. And so, but what I've seen people do is you check. Mine says that too, or hers says that too. So what you do is you put it on a surface, and then you see where the bubble is, okay? And then you mark that surface where it's sitting, and you pick it up, you turn it around exactly in the same spot, and then you mark where it goes on the other end. And then 9 times out of 10, you put it in the middle. Now, these are supposed to be precision levels, so that's the only way I know how to do it.
Almost ready, I think.
I don't know. I don't want to mess with this tire.
I would think not either, you know. Slinky. Like that. Slinky. It's on it says Ford Focus. As the words on there.
Why is the trash can always full?
Because we use it all the time.
Well, I get us tired after a while.
Well, we need trash bags in.
We need a trash guy is what we need.
Well, later on we can empty it out because a trash box thing's down there.
Let's see if I can get this tire to come loose.
Gotcha for your shit. That's not going to come back. This can sit right there.
That's it? Yep, that's it.
That can sit right there. That can sit right there. That can sit right there. Did you get it?
I got it.
Because you're super daddy.
I don't know about all that, but I got it.
Fine. Just call me super daddy. You never know.
This makes a tire spoons for little stuff.
Just move everything over here. We'll show everybody one thing at a time.
Let's see if we got any more.
Any more comments?
I don't know.
I'm waiting. I'm ready to show my...
Yep, no.
No? Okay.
Alright, go for it, girl.
Okay, this is a LED flashlight and headlight combo. Flashlight and headlight combo.
Down a little bit. Out a little bit. Out. There you go. If you hold your hands right there just like that, you'll be in frame of the camera. If not, you'll be out of frame. And if you're out of frame,
I don't know what to do.
I'll have to beat you.
There you go. Alright, hey Daddy,
Yes.
can you do me a favor and give me a hand right quick?
What you need?
I need you to get that big box down there.
Cool.
Stuff when I just set it over there.
Yeah.
Alright, continue.
Alright, keep going.
This is a pen the viewer, Mr. E, sent me. I'm assuming you can just put it in the lathe and big stuff or something. These are some little pins. Aha, here we go. To the next one. This is a halogen bulb.
Bulb
Bulb
for a work light.
for our work light. Nice, nice. Alright. I want to show you if I'm saving that part for the last one. Alright, that one will be for last. And here are these. This little stuff I want to show you. This is some machinist pins.
What?
Isn't these machinist pins or lead pencil?
Mechanical pencil.
Mechanical pencil. Some mechanical pencil. And here's another one. So two mechanical pencils. Paint pen. It's a paint pen.
Is it?
Yes,
So now
sir.
you got a white one and a yellow one.
Daddy, what? This is another. Never mind. This is another extra fine pilot. Besides
Okay.
rolling ball pen.
Yeah, same pen.
And I got some Sharpies. And I got little Sharpie pens. Markers for me. And a major accent quick reference marker. Okay. And two little chick brushes. Jeez, the thing scared me.
I gotta get it out high enough for the tube out.
Let's see, has anybody said anything? We got 7 people watching.
Let's see if I can get this.
Okay, nobody said anything. That's very. Ow. Tell us us what you think about the new stuff I'm getting. I'm showing y'all. Just a little toothbrush. I'm sure you can just use it for chips. Toothbrush. This is a flashlight. Needs batteries, but I'm sure we can get those. A little flashlight. Okay. You almost got it?
I'm trying to.
A little plate. Don't know what we can use this for, but you never know. This is some super strong glue for wood, rubber, plastic, metal, paper, and leather. So, any more? Let's see what's in this little bag. I put some stuff in here. This is some anti-monkey butt, anti-friction powder.
You're so goofy.
Well, I can't help it. It says anti-monkey butt. The monkey butt's anti. This is epoxy. Some epoxy. Here you go. This one is this is a little Harbor Freight portable flashlight. Uses AAA batteries. You can also hang it up in places. It's magnetized right here.
Holy cow!
What?
Well, that ain't doing us no good.
What now? What now? Oh my God! What'd you do to the tube? Oh my God! He's killing nothing. You just killed that tube. Now we need a tube for that one more tube. Hey, you're crazy. You nearly killed that thing. Okay. This is a Laser Projects, a 1/8" bright and clean laser line for machining alignment.
Larry, is an inner tooth supposed to look like that?
Did you do that, or was that already like that?
It tore on the hole. Where's the rest of my tube? I don't know, that might go together.
No, that don't go together. That don't go together.
Crap. Well, the lawnmower's going to stay like that for quite some time. Today ain't my day to mess with tubes. I ain't messing with nothing else today.
Okay, you just
Y'all can forget it.
You just tell watching the comments. I'm keeping this in my room. I'm keeping this in my room.
He's got to go fix a diesel pump. Larry's gone.
Alright, bye. See you later, alligators. Can you set that in your chair, please?
Why don't you just lay it over on that pile of stuff right there?
Alright, this is a more extra strong glue.
Super glue, baby.
Super glue. Super strong glue.
I don't know. I can't pronounce the name.
This is needle nose, curvy needle nose.
No, that's a straight needle nose, but the handles are curved. So,
Straight
curved
needle
handle.
nose. Curved handle straight.
Pistol grip handle needle nose. I don't know.
There you go.
You see this? Keep on.
This is a mini air dye grinder kit. Da 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 da. Ba da da da. Now you get to touch it.
Well, I ain't gonna put the air to it and see if it works now.
Hands off the slinky though. Anyways, this is for our wrench holders. I'm assuming it can go with this 8 combination wrench set, 8-piece.
Look at this. Let me see your hand. I just saw something. Let me see your hand. She works in the shop, but she has her fingernails done. Now that's class.
And they're not messed up yet. I'm surprised.
What are we waiting on to come in today?
My some equipment stuff for
Chuck
and some back plates.
Backing.
Backing plates for the legs.
Right, so we can get back on that.
Yes. How do you open this thing?
Right there.
Okay, I know that now. Daddy! Who made that box? I hate that box. Oh, leave me alone.
I didn't. What? Because I got it open and you didn't?
Yes.
Now you blaming me?
Yes, I am.
What? Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Get over there!
No, go ahead, finish.
Get over there now.
I just want to give you a hug.
I know you to do. Get over there now. Over.
Get busy.
Really? Get over there now.
Oh, this is single-use epoxy. See how short it is? You mix out enough to use, and that's it.
Get over there. You're banned from the tools. You're banned from the tools. Get up there. You're banned from the tools now for a week.
Whatever. You're banned from my shop for life.
I'm getting your tools anyway, so.
Yeah, I told her she could have my tools, and she keeps wanting me to go rally racing off the side of a mountain and skydiving and stuff like that. And I'm thinking, that's dangerous. She goes, no. I said, you'll get my tools. Just be cool.
This is it. We got 5/8, 9/16, half, 7/16.
Yeah, I don't know what we were working on, but we had a use for a 7/16 like crazy the other day.
This ain't 3/8.
What does it say?
Let me see. Yeah, 3/8.
That's it. Yeah. Oh, some of them are marked on the side. Some of them are marked on the end.
3/8. 11/32, a quarter, and 5/16. I'm assuming you can put them in here. No. No,
They won't fit.
they do not. Not like I thought they would. I mean, these possibly would. No.
Well, you might have to cut. You might have to open that up somehow.
Hey, you can put this for smaller ranges.
Yeah.
I am big hair. I don't know.
Oh, you gotta call it. Hey, that's the first time I ever had a die grinder that had a 1/8 collet in it. That's the other piece right there.
They call it like the rarest thing.
No, it's not rare.
There.
It's just odd to have a die grinder come with anything other than the stuff they normally come with.
What does that say?
I don't know. It's just some cloth samples.
These are beautiful little cloth. They are going up in my room immediately after I get done with this video. These are precious and beautiful. You touch it with your dirty hands. You are really beat up. You got them on. Okay.
There we go. All right, now let me go see if I have a.
This one is another Harbor Freight magnet.
Well, it's not necessarily Harbor Freight because that's not the only place in the world that sells them.
Okay, well, sometimes not really Harbor Freight, but it's a flashlight, magnetized. You can have it
It's
on
not a
this.
flashlight; it's a work light.
A work light. It comes on right here and comes on down there.
Ah.
This is a.
See why you making fun of me and laughing? Now I don't know where the air fittings are.
Look in the back.
I'm in the back.
No, in the back of the toolbox.
If I go any further in the back of the toolbox, here's some more thread lock. If I go any further in the back of the toolbox, I'll be in the field behind us. Where's that little bag with all the little
Look at the drawers. I don't remember. Look at one of the small tiny drawers. This is an NX little hammer. Yeah, I'm assuming this is made in Japanese.
with switchable interchangeable end faces?
Interchangeable ends. Now I don't know why these weird languages thingies are on here because it is made in Japan. They couldn't put English on here. Anyways, paintable heads, and the box it came out of. Okay. Yay!
Yeah. kidding me.
What now?
Can't find the, air truck pieces.
These are little pins. Hey, Daddy,
Yo.
what are these used for? Tell me what they are.
I call them sex bolts. I don't know what you're supposed to call them. They're
bolts.
I don't know the technical name for them.
What are they used
The bolt and the nut and bolt like that thread up on each other. I don't know. I just don't know the name of it.
for? Okay, that's fine.
You can when you need to put a nut in a washer, you need to bolt something small together or whatever, and you need to bolt all the way through it, and you need to kind of make it look kind of dressed off or something.
Okay.
It goes all the way through.
And this is made in the USA. It's a little temperature correction for
No,
steel tape.
that's a Lufkin steel rule.
Steel rule. And this is another little rule.
And 1/100ths of a foot, 1/16ths of an inch, and that's a stair.
Ooh, stare it.
Yeah.
Don't know that.
Yeah, LSS is
LSS is something else.
something I don't know the name of stair. Excuse me.
This is another little pin you can put in the lathe if you would like to. And this is like a little pretty slick.
Well, dear.
Yeah. Look on that little top thing above your head. Well, not above your head, but on the shelf.
I'm looking.
Ooh, stuff.
I found one.
Okay. This is a little clip. You can use clips that you can clip stuff on your hip. Like your keys or something. I recommend those. And you already saw this. So I'm gonna put that over there.
And
Stuff.
don't forget
Don't forget
about saying what
Oh, t-shirts. What's this say? T-shirt. I don't do hints that well.
You don't do hens at all, evidently.
I know, right? Well, we are buying some shirts. Extra. We don't know about it. Buy shirts. In the beginning of this live video, you heard the link. I'll say it again. It's www.tblaster.com.
No. Try it again.
Oh, I said it right.
No, you didn't. You haven't said it right yet.
www.tblaster.com.
www.tblaster.com/Tara N. Scott. TERANSCOTT. I can't help it you didn't get it right. Don't look at me. Go buy a t-shirt.
Bye.
Or don't. Take no money coming out of my pocket.
Alright. This is polishing cloth.
Yes.
Alright. This is for paper. This is for paper.
That's for binder clip.
You said paper.
Right, a binder. Right, exactly. You punch those square holes in the back of paper, and then you open that up and you thread it through there.
Like that.
Right.
Okay. There you go. Here we go. More stuff. I'll show you that last. That's my favorite. These are some pipe. This is a pipe. You can put it in the lathe and
You can turn it, or you could
what's something else?
make a cheater bar. It looks like a good cheater bar handle for a small ratchet.
Oh, we could do. Oh, I know what it could be.
What?
We could put like a pipe in here, and then put another like a little.
Oh, you want your key handle for your lathe?
Oh no! I mean for like a threading things.
Oh, well, we might be able to do something like that. I don't know.
There you go. There's these little pins. Say 3100 231.
Those aren't pins. Those are nameplates.
Nameplates.
That's what he meant by the 3100 was for me.
Oh, this is for you?
Yeah.
For Daddy. Alrighty. This is some steel sheet gauges. Metal forming and shaping tools.
It's not a tool.
Shaping tools.
Okay, that's a company. That's, you look on the back of it. It's a decimal sheet steel gauges. It's an equivalent. It's a gauge chart.
Gauge chart for decimals. And
No, not for decimals. For thickness of sheet steel.
Thickness of sheet steel. This is for checking how. What are the sizes of the
Drill bits, or pins.
Drill bit or pins. There you go. And these are a Diamond Life. It's the brand name. What are these?
Those look like little carving bits.
Here you show them. Some little carving bits.
Yeah, little carving bits. I don't know how many were supposed to be in there, but that's all that came.
I'm sure there's more in the box.
Well, we'll have to go through the box with a magnet.
Yes.
Alright.
Empty bag.
Test out your aerial tool.
Let's see if it works.
That worked good.
Round of applause for that tool.
Oh, you ain't got glasses on. You ain't got glasses on. A little bit of torque to it too.
Okay, this is the next step. This is the last stuff I'm going to show you. Is there any more stuff?
I don't think so, baby doll.
Okay, well, this is the last little bit of stuff, and then we'll finish up with the tire. The tire part, because I don't know where the other piece went. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Whew. Make sure it's okay. A 25-inch
Drop the hammer on my foot.
Uh-oh.
Because it's not supposed to be sitting here.
I don't know why. This should be stuck over there in the corner.
Well, I can't get to the corner where the air can. Alright. Keep going.
Alright, this is a
I don't know why I got a sledgehammer. I'm not fixing to sling them.
Can you read this for me? Can you read this for us? Can you read this for me in the audience, please?
Lathe, etc. projects. Keep an idea, completed pics, drawings for reference. Lathe and holes to do differently. It's a note.
Alright, and here's some little
Just a notepad.
notepads to work on. And some little stuff to write your measurements in. And this is, what is inside? It says ink transfer.
This is iron-on ink transfer.
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. You can print something on that. And you may have to have a different type of ink. I'm not sure what it says. Well, it says compatible with all inkjet printers.
Mouse pads, sure.
But you have you print something, okay, and then you iron it on.
Oh, like these things. Like shows on
Right,
the
exactly.
Okay.
Where's your little hammer? There it is. Yeah, see?
Yeah, well, hammer, I show them. That is.
That's actually, that hammer don't look like much, but sometimes when you're trying to set a little center punch, you don't need a great big old hammer bouncing you. And you're going to find your little box to put this in so all that stuff doesn't get loose. So just leave it right there on the table.
All right. Well.
Thanks to Mr. E.
Mr. E.
Well, can't nobody hear that.
Sorry. The viewer man.
The viewer gift. That's all.
Here we go. Thank you, Mr. E, for all the stuff. Oh, and I forgot to show you this. My slinky. What the writing's on here says forward focus. Forward focus.
In other words, don't buy a Ford Focus. Here, that's me. Don't buy a Ford Focus or you'll get chopped. Alright, well, you know what? I'm about ready to go in the house. I've hit a roadblock where we need a tube for the front tire. We probably need a tire for it, but I think we can get away with a tube.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we need a tube for the front, and then we got to take your back tire off and put a tube on it, or in it.
So that's more videos coming up.
Yes, but we've done a bunch of those, so we'll have to include that in something.
Yeah.
I'm not just going to do a video of the tube. Everybody knows how to, they should know how to put a tube on by now.
Well, I know what we'll do. We'll do another video once we get more viewer mail.
Yeah, but we're still waiting on the, I was hoping that the
truck will come in while during the video?
Yeah, the UPS truck would come in while we were doing the video.
So we can show you that, but I don't think you'd like to stick around for a while. No.
I don't know.
I like Slinkies. Really?
What?
Hey! Hey!
What? You don't even know what those are for. Pick your nose.
Thank you for my tools.
Alright. Meanwhile, back to the party.
Hi, guys!
Peekaboo! Stop it. Alright, is that it? Is that everything? We were running, if you go back and watch the whole video, I spouted off some do's and don'ts in the beginning part of it. Don't forget the t-shirts at tblaster.com/Tara and Scott. And what?
You forgot all the other parts that go to it.
What?
You forgot all the other parts that go to it?
What other parts?
www.tblaster.com/.
I did say that. I said tblaster.com/Tara and Scott.
Yeah, we didn't say com.com or www.
I did say it, tblaster.com.
Oh, you say www.
Right, but everybody knows it's www.
Okay, that's what we say. There it's got bye shirts.
I'm not www.tier. Crap.
I
You say it then.
www.tblaster.
No, not www. Not www.
Okay. www.tblaster.com/Tara and Scott. TERANSCOTT. Is that better?
Hey, get off my monkey butt.
Anti-monkey butt.
Anti-monkey butt. There we go. Get you off my monkey butt.
Anti-monkey butt with anti-friction powder.
Well, anyway, we were supposed to have been putting a tube on the lawnmower. Her and I were going to do that. Well, then we come to find out the tube is torn. That's why it's not holding air. It tore in half me trying to get it out of the tire. Those front tires, those little 8-inch, well, actually that's probably about a 7-inch front tire on these riding lawnmowers. They're murder getting a tube out of them. Oh, God, they are. Murder! And the tires aren't thick enough to grind down to put a patch on the inside. You can't, that's no problem. That's a big problem trying to do that, so that doesn't work. And you can't build up the glue. That doesn't work either. I'm going to hit you in the head with your hammer. Here, go back to sleep. Hide. Anyway. Quit interrupting me. You're bugging me, kid. Where was I?
Something about 2 is being hard. It's a pain. It's murder.
Yeah, I'm going to murder you if you don't stop and leave me alone.
Yeah, my anti-monkey butt.
Okay. Well, that turned into being a ripped tube, which turned into her doing this and me having to help her open some things on this, and then come to find out the tube was ripped in half, and so I can't just patch it and put it back in the tire, and also the back one, and quite frankly, I don't feel like taking another lawnmower tire off. Now where are you going?
I'm sitting right here.
Can't nobody see you over there.
I know, so you can't hurt me.
Y'all have a nice day. Thanks for riding along. My neck's still got a cricket.
You booger.
Watch your mouth. I put that anti-monkey butt powder in it. Sit down before you get hurt. We don't play in the shop. You know that.
I got you too.
Y'all have a good day. And don't forget, for those that joined in the middle of it, to go back and catch the first part of it there.
And then rest.
And then watch the rest of it. And don't forget the t-shirts.
Bye.
Is that a cheesy enough number of plugs? I plugged it as hard as I could. I'm begging you. Go buy a t-shirt.
Bye. And sing. See y'all.
And bye.